Hi guys, it's Andy from mcfcfantv. Well, just sort that out. Welcome to this live stream. Very quick one tonight. Just going to go through the player ratings because I have my little tiger next to me here, and he's a very sleepy boy. And I'm trying to get him down to sleep. So we're just going to do a quick player ratings, and what I also want to say is don't forget tomorrow night, as we are officially now in lockdown, tomorrow night, the Friday night social is back. So join us tomorrow night. I'm not sure what time yet. It'll be somewhere between 9 or 10 o'clock. We'll be back tomorrow night with some guests on, and we'll chew the fat over everything that's gone on since the start of the season. And this week and the games and the upcoming games. Maybe not go too much into the upcoming games because there are going to be previews and things like that. But join us tomorrow night. Keep checking out on our Twitter accounts. We'll let you know when the exact time is because I'm not sure yet. But it'll be somewhere between 9 and 10 o'clock. We'll be going live. So come over and join us. But the Friday Night Social will be back for the next 4 weeks, every Friday night. As usual, we'll be chatting to loads of guests and talking and absolutely going over everything Man City. So come and join us. Electro Disguises. Evening, lads. How are you, mate? Hope you're well. Martin is on. Good. Oh, no, that was me. Sorry. Dupe's on. Hi. Sean Fogarty is on. Hi. How are you, kiddo? Watching Joey play for Spurs tonight really did make me realise how much I prefer him to Eddie. Nothing against Edison, just Hart was my idol. He was a great goalkeeper. But I do think in this particular lineup, Edison is the man. Friday Night Social. Yeah, it's back tomorrow night. Good evening, Mingy Wong. How are you? Hope everyone is really well. And for those of you in the UK, as you know, today we have gone into lockdown again for 4 weeks until I think 2nd of December. So it is what it is. We have to crack on. But as usual, at Man City Fan TV, we'll keep you entertained every night where possible. There might be the odd nights like last night where we're just too busy with our own personal stuff. But we'll be back for the Friday Night Social tomorrow night. And I think Martin's going to do FIFA. Let me just double check because he did message me before. I'm sure he did say he was going to do a FIFA one. Yes, he's going to do a FIFA at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. So there you go. So Martin will be doing his FIFA, a live FIFA vlog. So go and watch that tomorrow night as well. As you know, he's done pretty well. As he tells me, he's done pretty well over the last few episodes. So maybe, who knows, Martin on easy mode could potentially win the Premier League, the cup competitions, the Champions League, who knows. But wish him all the best. Edison is a better fit for Pep, plain and simple, but it's Joe Hart. Joe Hart was a great keeper for us. There's no doubting about it. It's just, I agree with you. I think in this system under Pep Guardiola, I think he's a better fit. Like you said, watching him command the team from the back brought back good memories. Shadow rundown, of course, Joe Hart is going to look good tonight. He's playing against an unknown Europa League team. Yeah, but come on. Joe Hart is still a good top-class goalkeeper. Maybe not at the top level anymore, or for the type of teams that we play against or play for Pep against the type of teams that like Champions League, etc. So, but he's still a good goalkeeper. Are you nervous for the Liverpool game? I've not been nervous at all. It's really interesting before we go into the play ratings, because like I said, this is going to be a quick one. I've said it all along, and I find it really difficult, man. And this is just my personal opinion on the whole situation, and I don't know what other people think. But when you go to games, which we do on the channel, and you invest a lot of time and money and effort because when we go to a game, I mean, for me in particular, when I go to a game, it's an hour and 40 minutes there to get to there because of traffic. And then we're there 3 hours before the game. And then we're doing all the interviews and we're doing this, that, and the other. And then there's the game that I always get into a very last minute because of doing interviews and things. So I'm literally racing to get into the stadium. And then immediately final whistle, leaving and then rushing outside and then running to my car to get the filming equipment and things like that. And then, just I don't get home a 3 o'clock kickoff, which is a rarity these days. I don't get home till 10 o'clock at night. An evening kickoff, 8 o'clock kickoff, midweek game or something like that. I get home at like 2 o'clock in the morning. So that is a lot of investment time wise. Forget the financial side, but that's another investment into it, obviously, because it costs money. So I find it a little bit, I don't know. I've said it to Martin before. I had a discussion with Martin about this, and I just find like at the moment, because I'm not investing, I have Sky Sports and BT Sports and things like that. I mean, that's fine, but I'm not used to just sat there watching it on the telly. So I don't feel like I'm investing my time and my effort into the footballing side. So I like going to games and doing all the interviews and things like that. So I find it quite difficult to get so emotionally involved in the game and go mental at a loss, or because I just think, well, I've invested no time in it. It's just a game on the TV, just like any other game I'd watched, albeit a little bit more because it's my club. Where if I'd invested 100 quid for the day in petrol and parking and food and tickets and whatever else, and the time of driving there and all day filming and then driving all the way back and then sometimes editing when you get home and you sort of get into bed at 2 o'clock in the morning, then I can get that feeling whereby thinking, oh Jesus, I've just done all that today, spent all that money, and they were garbage, and we got beat or we drew or whatever. But at the moment, I really don't feel that I can judge them, and maybe that's my problem. I can judge them on an emotional level. I can judge them and critique them on what I see, in my opinion, on the pitch, but I just don't. I don't have that because I'm not at the stadiums and I'm not watching it and I'm not investing that time. I just don't feel emotionally involved in it. So it's a really difficult one, and I felt that right from the original lockdown, right the way through to now. Even now, we get beat. We get beat. It's one of those things where like I said, if I've invested all that time and money and effort, I might come out of it going, Jesus Christ, and be a bit more emotional about it. But I don't know. It's a very weird one. And now we're going into lockdown again. It's a strange one. It is. Man City Fan TV is the best Man City channel. Thank you, Sean Fogarty. Evening, everyone. Andy, how are you? Leonard, hope you're well. Fantastic news about them dropping the box office fee at the end of the month. Is that what they're going to do? I haven't seen anything. I'll be honest with you, because I'm just busy with this little tiger next to me here, and he's having a little sleep at the moment, aren't you, mate? And he's just, oh, there he is. He's such a tired boy. He really is such a tired boy. Aren't you? That I've just been mad busy with him. He's just takes up all of my time at the moment during the day because he's only a baby and he just needs looking after. So there you go, Stanley. Say hello to everyone. There you go. Say hello. There you go. Big Stanley, big Man City fan. There you go. Put him down there. There you go, buddy. So yeah, it's I've just been maxed out, and obviously work with lockdown and things like that. I've been chasing up clients and liaising with them, so I haven't had time to even look at anything football related. So I do apologise. Fans beat pay per view. Oh, so obviously they obviously have, which is great news because It was disgusting anyway, let's face it. It was an embarrassment. Evening all, Martin's on. Hi Andy, hope you and your family are well. Thank you, Brian Gardner. I hope you're all right, mate. Yeah, everything's good here. My wife's now in lockdown with me. So, another month of her. No, it's good to spend some time. Thanks, Sean. Cal said, Electro Disguise, actually my cousin, her wife is Italian and her dad is Torino fan. Carl says Stan for Prime Minister. Yeah, he'll talk more sense than that buffoon at the moment. Lovely. Sam seems more educated than Stan. Seems more educated than Martin. I go to games and whenever we lose, I don't ever get so angry, but doesn't mean fans go all right. No, yeah, not at all. Hi, Stan. Says Leonard. Are you going to get Stanley a City jersey? He had his. I've got a picture. I haven't got it to show you. I got him his Addy dog today. It's I got him the Brazilian. I got him the Brazilian yellow and green like Adidas hoodie, but it's instead of Adidas, it's Addy dog on the back. But I think it's a little bit too small, so I don't know whether he's grown a little bit. But I'll show you. I will get him a City something. If you remember my previous dog years ago, I don't know whether you've seen him, but. My lab, he had one of my son's old navy blue away kits shirts on, and he used to love it. He hates anything on his back. Stanley just is not gonna. He's not happy with anything. He don't even like his little cat harness because that's the only size I can get to fit him. Yeah, he wasn't happy when I put it on him. But anyway, I think it's too small anyway. I get angry when there is no passion or no urgency or no fight. Yeah, I think most do. Fair enough, Cal. Still can't fault the guy at City. Stanley looks like a really nice dog. He is a lovely little pup. Hey guys, Jack J, how are you? Dogs are amazing. They are. They're better than humans, if I'm being honest. Hope Jesus plays against Liverpool. After his performance the other night, he looked really up for it, didn't he? Wouldn't surprise me if he does play. Hello, Epic. How are you? Right. Shall we get into the player ratings? Because, like I said, I've got stuff to do and this will be a quick one. So what we'll do is we will look at our first, and that is Edison. So give us your ratings out of 10 for Edison. I'll also take a look at who's doing the ratings on this one. Oh, it's Simon Bajowski again. Simon Bajowski says, Edison, cool to come out of his box and head away as Walker and Stones dithered and commanding in his box as well. The odd moment of sloppiness when distributing the ball, though. Quite hard to judge Edison on distribution because he's normally top class. But anyway, let's see what everyone thinks last night. Leonard gives him a 6. Dupe gives him a 6.1. Dupe, you can't. It's a 6 or a 6.5. Brian gives him an 8. Mingyu Wong gives him a 6. Jesus will be world class in a few years. Yeah, I think he will. Mr. Sean UYT says 6. Electro says, interesting what Gabby said tonight about playing our way against Liverpool. Maybe he sees Pep overthinking games like we do. Maybe. My dog is scared of fireworks. Yeah, keep him indoors, Sean. Yeah, there's luckily I live in the countryside, so there's hardly any. I heard a few earlier on in the distance, but yeah, keep him inside because it's not very nice for dogs. Cal gives him a 7. Sean gives him an 8. Cal gives him a 0.01. I don't know what that's about. Eddie 7 gave the ball away a few times. Other than that, solid. Sorry, mate. Sorry I'm late. Add a few. Oh, enjoy yourself, Jack Lee. Hope there are a few inside. Now the pub's closed. Okay. I think looking at your scores, Edison will get a 7. There you go. So from your scores, not mine. Like I said, I agree with everything that you've said. A few people on here did give the ball away a few times. I think Simon Bajowski gave him a 6. So yeah, on to somebody who has been amazing for us so far this season, and that is Kyle Walker. What else have we got? At least you didn't lose to Denver Bar. Yeah, I know. I don't really like dogs because I have been attacked by one with my mum and my grand. Yeah, it happens, mate. If I got attacked by a great white shark, I wouldn't like great white sharks. But yeah, it's not nice, especially if you're young. It does leave a lasting impression. But I promise you, 99.9% of dogs are really good. It's the owners that are absolute balloons, not the dogs. The owners are the ones that whip them up to be aggressive. Good night, all. Have to go to bed. No problem, Sean. Good luck with school tomorrow, buddy. Kyle 9, easiest score all night. Dupe says, what is it with Dupe with his 0.1s? So we're going to go Walker a 7. Brian gives Walker a 9. An 8, sorry. Shadow Rundown is the one who gives him a 9. Leonard says 9 for his consistency. Mingy Wong gives him an 8. Jack Lee gives him an 8.5. Carl Blundell gives Walker a 9. Sky Blue Monkey, how are you, mate? Gives him an 8. Driving but listening. Good, mate. Walker gets an 8, our best player so far this season. Oh, without a shadow of a doubt, Matt Stockley. Walker's been our best player this season. Martin, focus on your driving. Evening, Martin. Hope you're well. Even gets a little bit of a kiss as well at the end there. Wow. Man, you don't want a defensive coach. Look at that yesterday. They need to give Allardyce a call. 8 out of 10. Love him, says Dylan Tate. He's been superb this season. He was great last season. You know, I thought he was right up there for me, right behind Kevin De Bruyne as player of the season. I thought he was excellent last season. And this season, for me, he's been our most consistent player. He's been excellent every single game. Got a bromance with R. Martin. Oh, have you? Really? Out of interest, Electro Disguises, are you a man or a woman? Not that it matters. It'd just be interesting to know. Walker is the best Premier League player at the moment. There's very few players who are at the level of consistency that Walker is. He's the best right back in world football for me by a million miles. I don't think there's a right back in world football that is anywhere near him this season. He's been superb. No person, if I had £1 for every time a girl found me unattractive, eventually a girl will find me attractive. Yeah, very clever. Mingy Wong, it's getting a laugh off Dupe. Kyle will be a hard one to replace. He will. But still think he's got at least another 2 years in him. Noah, that's class. It is very funny. He's blind if he has a bromance with Martin. Bit harsh there, Kyle. Bit harsh. Right, looking at your scores, Kyle Walker gets an 8. What does Simon Bajowski say? He says, an unusual performance from someone who has been so consistent this season. He made more headway than he usually does bombing down the right flank, but was sloppy at the back, giving the ball away to the frustration of his manager. Wow. I know Simon Bajowski was there, but I'm not sure what game he was watching. But anyway, that's what Simon Bajowski says about it. What about somebody that we've been crying out for to come in and start and have a bit of game time? If I can, well, let me just go and pick it up where I left off. If I can find it, there you go. John Stones, who, you know, people have been crying out saying Eric Garcia shouldn't be playing and blah, blah, blah. And John Stones coming. He came in last night. I thought he did absolutely nothing wrong. Thought he was absolutely solid, personally. But what are your thoughts on John Stones last night? Leonard London says a 7. Dupe says John Stones a 9. Mr. Sean UYT says a 7. Mingy Wands says a 7. Just come on, Walker, get an 8. 7. Still don't think Pep trusts him. Maybe. Walker was class for Spurs, but who seriously thought he had performances like this in his locker? I'm amazed. He had a good point. Stones was solid alongside Ake. He was. Didn't do anything wrong. Carl Blundell, because he's an Evertonian, gives him a 6.5. Sky Blue Monkey, though, gives him a 6. Jack Lee gives him a 7. Stones gets an 8 from Electro. Adam Quinn says an 8. 8 is best game for some time, says Brian. So there's 4 people all in agreement. Max Stockley, Stones gets 7. Didn't do out wrong, but going to be hard to get in front of Laporte. Yeah, I mean, that's without a shadow of a doubt, Max. I don't think anyone would think he's good enough to get in front of those two at the moment. But Stones had nothing to do, so he gets a 4. Stephen Dempster, I don't know whether you just sometimes come in here just to throw a grenade into the whole discussion. For us on the channel, if you don't do anything wrong, if you don't do anything brilliant, you get a 6. That's the average score. And then it's plus or minus depending on how good or how poor you were. But a 4, I think that's very harsh. Sky Blue, your picture is really good. I gave you a 10. That's a bit harsh, Stephen. Yeah, I agree, Jack Lee. Totally. Totally agree with that one. 4, very harsh. Obviously, a Stones hater. Stones did well enough alongside Ake, says Simon Bajowski. Despite a few overly cautious moments, it has to be considered a plus for him that he started ahead of Eric Garcia and gives him a 7. So, John Stones, looking at the scores, going to give him a 7. Yeah, well, there you go. So, I'm going to give an average. Andy, you know my opinions on Stones. Well, it's not about players, it's about performances, mate. You know my opinion about certain players, but I still critique them on their performances, not whether I like them or not. Ash says, Stephen Dempster, are you ever happy? There you go. Ming Yi Wong says he wasn't that bad, Stephen. There you go. So a lot of people disagreeing with you, mate, on that one, I'm afraid. Which leads us on to our his partner last night, which was great to see, which was Nathan Ake. So what were your thoughts on Nathan Ake last night? Thought he had a decent game. Doesn't matter on your opinions of Stone, Stephen. It's about the performance on the night. Yep, I agree. That's what I just said. So what about Nathan Ake? Thought he's super solid. He really is super solid for me. I was very, very excited. I know some people at the beginning were questioning his price tag. I thought it was a bargain, an absolute bargain. I think he's a wonderful player. Said it for 2 years. I think he's every time he's played at the Etihad when I've seen him, he's been superb. So, Nathan Ake, according to Simon Bajowski, City's best defender, better than Walker, according to him. Making his first appearance since the win over Arsenal, the summer signing was composed and authoritative throughout and gives him an 8. Wow, good praise that. For Nathan Ake, I thought he was great last night. But Dupe thinks Ake only gets a 6. Leonard gives him a 7. Electro gives him a 7.5. Max agrees with Simon Bajowski of the MEN. He gives him an 8. Brian Gardner also agrees and gives him an 8. Ming Yi Wong gives him a 7. Jack Lee also agrees and gives him an 8. Ake, been fab since he's joined. He's been superb. He's hardly put a foot wrong. Aidan Quinn gives him a 7. Mr. Sean UYT gives him a 7 also. Ake gets an 8. Oi, there you go. There's a bit of positivity from Stephen. It's obviously somebody he likes. Shadow Rundown, 8 star. Reliable. He is very reliable. 7 for Ake. Looks very calm and assured, says Sky Blue Monkey. Ake's our new left back. Can't see Mendy having long enough to prove himself before the transfer window. Going to ruin our net spend trophy. Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree with that. I think I said it into the vlog last night. Mendy's going to really struggle. He's going to really struggle now because if he can't get fit for 4 or 5 games on the run, then yeah, this is his last season. There's no way City are going to put up with it any longer. He'll only improve under Pep. He's a young player and he is superb. He's so composed on the ball. His positioning is very good. Dupe gives him a 7.9. I'm going to give, according to you guys, not me, but according to you, Ake gets a 7.5 on the Man City Fan TV scale from the fans, not from me, from the fans. He gets a 7.5. I thought he was excellent last night. I thought he was very, very good. Which leaves us over to a position he might occupy. What were your thoughts on Zinke, who got another run out last night as our left back? I don't think he did anything overly wrong. But what are your thoughts? There'll be people who don't like him and others that not. Remember, he's not a natural left back. But Simon Bajowski says a familiar performance to Zinchenko. His game awareness and positioning moving forward is excellent, but was targeted as the game progressed, and he gives him a 7. Which I think is fair comment, if I'm being honest. But Electro says, I like Mendy, but I don't think he has the attitude to want to improve, and that his injury record is abysmal. I think he has such high ceilings, such a shape. Yeah, I agree. Everything you said there, I totally agree with. I really do. As far as attitude goes, I don't know. I've always said it. I'm not going to use the word attitude because I don't know the player. I'm not around the squad every day, so I don't know about that. But I agree, his injury record is abysmal, and I do think he's got such a high ceiling that he could reach. But if his injury record continues the way it's going, it's never gonna materialise, is it? Leonard gives Zinke a 7.5. Let's see. Dupe gives Zinchenko 4. He was giving the ball away so much. I think that's very harsh. Brian Gardner 7.5. Mingy Wong, do you know the confirmed guest for the Friday Night Social? No, not yet, mate. Don't know. Well, got 2 already. We'll just wait for another one to confirm. 7 for Zinke. Electro says 6 for Zinke. Good squad player. He is a good squad player. Zinchenko 5, not good enough for left back. As a surprise. I don't mind Zinke. I'll give him a cheeky 7. Aidan Quinn gives him a 6.5. Jack Lee gives him a 7. And Neil Hanstock's on. Hello to you, Neil. Gives Zinchenko a 7. Zinko's first game for a while. He played the other day. But I don't know. What we're reckoning. Maybe I'm going to go instead of a 6.5, which is probably the right score. I'm going to go Zinchenko a 7. There you go. I've overruled it. I've given him an extra point there. Right, moving on to our midfield, which this time around was with Silky Ilky. We had Ilkay Gundogan. Man City Fan TV, there we go. He gets a 7 overall. Shazib Ali, hi Andy, how are you, buddy? Hope you're well. We're talking now about Ilkay Gundogan. What were your thoughts on his performance last night, where he was playing in that role, which was unusual because normally he's playing alongside Rodri, but this time he had that position for himself. Simon Bajowski says, at first his roving role summed up City's total control and how much he was pulling the strings. As time went on, his wandering told of an increasingly confused side, which is probably not his fault because it did, as we spoke about last night in the post-match stuff. He seemed to lose a lot of shape and everything, but I don't think that was solely down to Gundogan. But I thought, over the last few games when he's played, I thought he's been very good. Leonard gives Gundogan a 7. Neil gives Gundogan an 8. Dupe says, Gundogan 9.5, did everything right, ran a lot and had so much energy. Yeah, he did. And like I said last night, there was one point where there was a stat that he'd run 10.1 kilometres and there was still like 25 minutes to go of the game, which is pretty impressive figures. Actually, very, very impressed with Silky. Very good game. An 8, maybe an 8.5. There you go. Mingyu Wong's happy as well because he's giving him an 8. Brian's even happier. He's giving him an 8.5. He did okay, a 7. says Shazab. Jack Lee, 8.5, good work rate. Gundogan, 8.5. He was doing some great interceptions and overall play was good. Sky Blue says 7.5. Oly'C gets an 8, very underrated. I agree with you, Max. He prefers Europe. Yeah, he does. Definitely. Definitely, Brian. I totally agree with you there, mate. Would Pep play him alongside Rodri against Liverpool? He might do. He might do. Gundogan at 5.5. Oh, I think Stephen's on the piss take tonight. I would choose Gundogan over Rodri against Liverpool. He's in great form. He's in very good form at the moment. His best game was against Olympic Marseille. Stephen, are you right? Yeah, I think he's taking. Maybe he is. Maybe you've hit on a plan there. Maybe Jack Lee. Maybe he actually is. Okay, so Gundogan. I'm going to give Silky a 7.5 from your scores. I thought he was very good last night, and he's been one of our best performers this season, in my opinion. Anyway, Stephen, you must be watching a different game, pal. Yeah, I agree. Steve, did you watch the Lyon game or Olympiacos? Yeah, he was. I don't know what game he was actually watching last night. If he gives him that score, right? Moving on to KDB, who some have said is not hitting top form. Still a wonderful, wonderful player. And I think even if those performances in most teams, people will go, he had a decent game. But seems at the moment for City, because he's not, whipping in 25-yard cross-field balls into the box, people are not too happy with him. But we'll see. Can I come on this channel at one point to talk about City? Shazab, Ali. Mate, as always, and this is the thing, I'll just put the email here. We do say it all of the time. The email there is mcfcfantv@gmail.com. If you want to come on the channel, if you want to contact us, like last night's video, like we said, Chris mentioned, we're going into lockdown again. It's been a long lockdown, and then we've come out of it for a short period of time. If people want to chat about football, you can always contact us on that particular email address, and when we get a chance, we'll be happy to talk football. With regards to coming on the channel, there are lots of sort of rules and regulations we've got to be careful of. Obviously, your age is a big one. So you need to be 16 plus to be on here. What we do like to do, obviously, is ask you, if you want to come on the channel, send us a 5-minute video of you talking about Man City and why you like them and your favourite players and just general chatter, because we've got to be responsible channel owners. And so send us a video, let us have a look at it, and we'll make a decision from there, because we've got to be careful. We've got to remember, you're putting your face out there to thousands and thousands of people, and YouTube is notorious for abuse. And what we don't want to do is put you in a position whereby you may get abuse for no reason. You get abuse on this channel for no reason. But we're adults, grown-ups, whatever, and we've been there, done it, and it don't make much of a difference to us. But if you put some younger people on here and they get a load of negative comments and things, it can, it can play on the mind and things. So we've got to be careful and conscious of it. So send us a video. If you want to come on, send us a 5-minute video to that email address, and we'll have a think about it. Leonard, 7.5 for his assists only. 7.6 for KDB. Everyone just likes to be, maybe it's lockdown has taken over already. PS4 Kipax. Adam Quinn, he gives him a 9. Wow. Big score that. Electro, when you have a mediocre game and still get 2 assists, KDB is an animal, but for his standards, a 7.5. Fair comments. Mingy One gives him a 7. Dupe, KDB 7. Two great assists, but he wasn't really his best. Yeah, I don't think he was. I don't think he was at his best last night. Neil says 7, not his best game, but still got 2. 6.5 because of his first half performance. Get my words out. 7.5 below his best. And There you go. It says it all, doesn't it? When we're giving him a 7.5 below his best and he gets a 7.5, I think most people would be happy with a player in their team that gets a regular 7 out of 10 every week. But this guy is something special. So maybe a 7.5 is a bit below par for him. 7 got 2 assists, conserved energy for the important game on Sunday. Yeah, maybe a lot. I think a lot of players were doing that. Sky Blue Monkey, KDB has set very high standards. Wasn't brilliant, but did okay. A 6. 8, thought he did great. Matt says KDB gets 8, 2 assists, and he's just KDB. There you go. Heard Fury's getting investigated because of Wilder 2 fight. Not interested. I'd love to come on at some point. Is the email in the description? It is, mate. It's in mcfcfantv@gmail.com. If you follow the chat, I've just put it in there, mate. So if you just scroll up, maybe 10 or 12 in there. But if you look in the description below, all of me, Martin, Chris, all of our contact details are in there, so you can get in touch with us. I'm Scouse. I get the most stick. You give plenty of it out, mate, so you deserve it back. I'm old enough to have seen the great Colin Bell play. Very good for you. I did as well. I actually wouldn't mind being on channel. It's just that my laptop doesn't have a built-in camera. That's a shame. Adam Quinn gives him a 9. KDB, he's our best midfielder, says Shazabe. Mervyn gives him a 6. We were top for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, yeah. I told you it won't last long. Yeah, perfect. I'd be honoured. No problem, mate. I give none. So, Kevin De Bruyne gets a 7, which is pretty average for Kevin De Bruyne, if I'm being honest. Simon Bajowski says, wasted an early opportunity with a hesitant finish, went through on goal and was unusually subdued. Otherwise, let his frustrations out in the second half. Gave him a 6. Wow. 6. On to our next fella, which was great to see him start again last night, and that is our Stockport Iniesta, Phil Foden. So what are your thoughts on the Stockport Iniesta last night, Phil Foden? Simon Bajowski says, in a rare start in the midfield 3, Foden showed the drive that he brings to the team and worked well with Sterling, was fortunate not to throw away that work by giving the ball away in his own half, and he just gave him a 6. I think Simon Bajowski's giving some pretty low scores here for me, but I think it's about that 25-minute spell in the second half and not about the whole game. It's a bit harsh, but it is what it is. It's all about opinions at the end of the day. Leonard London gives Phil Foden a 7. I'm an innocent bystander, of course you are. Foden, 3.9. He did nothing. Bit harsh, Doopy. Come on. Sky Blue Monkey, 6.5. A bit quiet. Nearly cost us a goal. He did. He looked very frustrated after that as well. Electro gives him a 6. Wait, we played Tuesday, right? Not yesterday. Yeah, sorry. My apologies. I meant the vlog that we did after the game Tuesday. I do apologise. Foden, 5. Everyone is entitled to a stinker, and this was his. Foden did nothing, in my opinion. He was just average, a 6. 6.5, never got into the game. Foden, a 6. Simon just giving 6 and 7s. 5, says Mervyn. Did not play his best game. 6, a bit average. Agree with that. 7.5, says Aidan Quinn. PS4, Kipat, 6.5. Foden gets a 7. Great first half, not so great second half. Definitely starts Sunday. Let's hope so, Matt. 7, people can't expect him to be 2011 Iniesta every single game. I agree with that one. Oh, yeah, 100% starts on Sunday. If Mahrez can play after a run of poor games, then Foden can't be dropped. Electro, I am so with you on that. What inspired you to do YouTube? Is that to me, or I don't know that question. Is that to me or to somebody else? Would you start Foden on Sunday, Dupe? Yes, I would, without a shadow of a doubt. I think his energy and being a Manchester lad and knowing how important the game is on Sunday, I would definitely start him. So, I think Foden just gets a 6. I'll be honest with you. From you guys, he gets a 6. So on to. Do you still do the Friday night social? Says Shazabe. Shazabe, I said it at the beginning, mate. You need to make sure you come on at the beginning of these vlogs. Tomorrow night, we're doing the Friday night social. It's back for lockdown, so join us. Not sure what time yet. It might be between 9 and 10, so keep an eye out. Right, on to our right winger, and that was Riyad Mahrez. So, Riyad Mahrez. Let's see what Simon says. Simple Simon says, a game that sums up Riyad Mahrez' season so far. There were some nice touches and constructive runs, but ultimately not enough end product. Gives him a 6. I think that, I'll be honest with you, I think that's generous, but and I'm normally one that says 6 if you don't do anything wrong, don't do anything great, you get a 6. But I thought there was so many times last night. It was just the same old going through the motions like he's been this season. It's just nothing at the end of it. It's just becoming repetitive. And he needs a spell on the sidelines. But it could be one of those players that might pop up on Sunday, bang in a couple of goals and gets 3 points. But he's got to do a damn sight more than he's doing this season. It just is not good enough, in my opinion. Shazabe, yeah, they do. Coming this Friday, there you go. Dupe says, I think Foden has earned a 6 with his constant 8s and 9s. There you go. That's fair enough. Right, let's go on to Mahrez. I've got a few to wrap up. Leonard gives him a 4. Mahrez 3, did nothing, was passing too much for me, not like him. 6 is greedy. Adam Quinn 6. Shazabe gives him a 7. Wow. Mingy 1 gives him a 5. Mahrez 5. So much talent, but so frustrating. I think you've hit the nail on the head there. Yeah. Stephen gives him a 0. There's a surprise. Theo trying a 4. Mahrez gets a 5. He's getting too predictable. Always cutting on his left foot. Thinks he's dropping. I agree with you, Matt. I think it's time he just goes on the bench for 2-3 games because he's just not producing. Bobbins 4, lack of effort, passion, and bollocks. Jack Lee says, can't disagree. Mahrez 4, very predictable, poor passing. Can't disagree. Why does Pet stick with him? I've no idea. Mahrez 5, I hate fans just saying Man City's nothing without Mahrez. Yeah, he's okay, play, but he's easily... Oh, yeah, I agree with you, PS4 cat. I do. I don't want to just slag off Mahrez, but he's just becoming so predictable. 5.5, very greedy. I would send him out on loan if he don't put in a good performance by January. I think I can't see him. I'll be honest with you, I can't see him staying beyond the season. If anyone came in with a 30 million bid for him in January, I'd snap their hands off. Mahrez really bothers me, partly because he doesn't do enough, and partly because Pep keeps picking him. A 4 from me. Painful to give a score that low. I agree. I know, but very rarely do I give 5s and 4s and things like that. But I thought he was, well, he wasn't even a 4. He was just the same as he's been all season for me. It's just the same thing. He should change his playing style one day. There you go. Dupe's not happy either. What does Simon Bajowski says? A game that sums up Riyad Mahrez' season. Yeah, there were some nice touches, constructive runs, but ultimately not enough end product. He gave him a 6. I'm loath to give him anything less than a 6, but I'm going to have to because of the scores. So there you go. Mahrez, I'm going to be kind, gets a 5. He needs to pull his finger out. Says he's not doing enough. He's simply not doing enough for the team. He seems very individualistic. It's all about him. It's like he's not playing for the team. And that's frustrating because I've always said it. He's so technically brilliant. He's just not working with this team. It's frustrating. I'm giving Mahrez 13. Hopefully it'll be unlucky for him. He needs a dose of splinters off the bench. There you go. Typical Blue Heart comment. I think we should chop off his left foot so he can. Yeah. Well, he is so. And let's face it, he has got the most amazing touch, but he's just not doing enough for the team. That's his problem. Pep should play Bernardo on Sunday instead of Mahrez. I'm with you on that one, Stephen. I'm with you. Compared to Salah, he is so poor. Well, there you go. Says it all, doesn't it? Right, moving on to the opposite side. Last night, Jack Lee likes your comment there, Blue Heart. On to Raheem Sterling last night. He says, good one, Blue Heart. Even Mingy Wong thought that was funny. Shazabe says he's got a lot of ability, but does not. Yeah, he has got so much ability. Technically wonderful, wonderful, brilliant. Technical ability, touch is sublime, but his crossing, his passing, his commitment to tracking back, his effort, he don't tackle, he dives so many times out of tackles, 50-50 tackles, 60-40 in his favour he pulls out of, and it's like, come on, when you got the likes of David Silva and Bernardo Silva jumping in 50-50 against people who are much bigger than him, and he's a big fella, he's a big lad, he's 6'1", 6'2". Jesus, get stuck in. Bit of fight for your teammates. Sterling, 6.5, okay, but nothing special. Stephen says Sterling played well. I thought he was very good in the first half, I must admit. I thought second half, didn't think he was great, but I thought first half he was very good. Sterling, 3. It'd be unfair to give Mahrez at 3 against Olympiacos and not give Sterling because they were both bad and not been great. Slightly disagree with that one, but it's about your opinion. Brian gave him an 8. Sterling had a poor game of 5. Adam 7. So you see the differences. 7.5. Not much to say about Raza. Yeah, I thought he had a really good first half. I thought second half he was poor. Sterling 7, average 7.5, just for his work rate week in week out. Stephen Sterling played well, 8. 6 for his work rate, 5 probably worse than Joao Felix. Raz gets a 6, didn't do much, but he needs a big performance against Liverpool. Yeah, that he does. Raz never had a great game against Liverpool. No, I think he scored against Liverpool. Dupe, did you watch the match? I think that was Raz trying to save himself for the weekend, but made himself look a bit poor. Still a 7, though. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I thought he did well in the first half. I thought he did really well, but second half, I don't think many really shone in the second half. I think they all just came a little bit sloppy, easy, resting, saving, conserving energy. One thing I'll never knock is Raz's work rate, second to none. Well, second, yeah. I agree with that, Electro. He never stopped. I mean, he's a Duracell bunny, and he just never stops. He's incredible. Celtic lost 4-1 tonight, did they? Who was that against? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen any football. So, Raz, according to you guys, I'm going to have to go straight down the middle as a not great, not brilliant, average score. Raz gets a 6 from you guys. Thought a good first half, poor second half, probably evens it out overall. Which takes us on to our new boy, who for me has been a revelation. He has been a revelation. And that is Ferran Torres. Still very young, still got a lot to learn, still got a lot to do. He'll have poor games, he'll have bad games, things like that. But wow, he is really doing well considering he's playing most of the time out of his natural position. I'll just read out what Simon Bajowski said about Sterling. He was a little livelier in the second half. He thinks the second half, but struggled to find his usual space, even from the left. Normally combines with De Bruyne much more often. 6. Ferran Torres, he says, goals are increasingly valuable in this season, and he looks the best chance of getting them right now. Took his goal very well and a few of the nice touches, but faded again in the second half before livening up when moved back to the right-hand side. I agree with that as well. But let's see. Ferran Torres, Theo Tran gives him an 8. Guardiola 6. We're not talking about Guardiola. This is Ferran Torres. The future of Man City. I says it all there, with a bit of swearing in between. Electro Disguises, what a bargain. Told you, I think he was in the top 10 rated youngsters in world football on prices. And I saw a different one this morning or yesterday morning. Yesterday morning, I think it was, where I said it was 112 million. Today or yesterday, the article I saw was valued at 98 million on a different one. So if you think we paid 20 million quid for him, he's now played, what, 5 games and he's worth 98 million quid. Net spend. PS4 says 8.5 to a 9. 8, impressed with his position. His movement is very good. 8.5, not in his position. Yeah, he's not. Man United spent 20 million on Dan James and we got Torres for the same price. Who got the better deal? There you go. Spot on there, Shadow. Good point. Mingy1 says 8 and he's an amazing player. 8, he has hit the ground running. He has. Torres, 8.5, good movement and a goal. Vinny Reed's on. Hello, mate. How are you? Solid 8. Torres has been impeccable in Europe. Definitely a top contender for signing of the season. Well, let's hope so. Let's hope he continues this form. And remember, this form is him playing out of position in that striker's role. Torres was superb. 8.5. Reminds me of Ronaldo. Wow. Torres gets an 8.5, our best player. Varane, 7.5, getting better with every game. I think we have a great player in the making, says Neil. I agree with you, mate. Torres, 9.8. Man of the match for me. His finishing is phenomenal. He made really great runs. He is a must-start for Liverpool. So much talent, finesse, and oh, Lord, if that shot from the corner went in, cheeky boy, it was superb, wasn't it? Typical Gianfranco Zola. Varane, not bad at all for a new signing. He could end up better than Leroy. That's a good point. When you think about it, I mean, let's not go down the Leroy hating rule approach for ruling how Leroy is compared to Varane, but he's looking very excited. But then so did Leroy when it started. So you're giving him an 8. Matt says Torres gets a 9. Does a quality job up top, considering that he's a winger. Bargain of the century. How was Greenwood and Saka higher than Torres on the leaderboard? I know, it's quite frightening, isn't it? Yeah, Greenwood was, wasn't he? 8.5 from me. Could you see Sane playing as a centre forward? I could. No, I definitely agree with that. No, he's definitely not centre forward. Yeah, I don't think Sane's movement inside was as good as what we've seen of Torres, but his movement outside was phenomenal. Neither could I, he says. I really hope he plays on Sunday alongside with Foden. I actually thought the same before he signed. I watched his highlights and saw a lot of Ronaldo in him. There you go. Love Torres, but I think he would do a Sane and Saka's off once Madrid or start sniffing around him for a few years. Well, if he does, let's hope we've learned our lesson and put 150 million or something on him. And that's all very good for me. I've always been one of those that have gone, player wants to leave, fine. Get big money for them. I know the Sane thing was different because he was injured for a whole year and then he was running down a contract, which meant he only had 1 year left. And I think we got exactly what we should have got for Sane, in my opinion, with a year left after a year of injury. So I had no problems with the price we got for Sane. But I think if players want to go and they're at the peak of the form and we made them sign an extended contract, then do what other teams do and just go, if you want him, give us 150 million. And if he wants to go, let him go. Buy another player. Just seeing, what we've bought so far in the Ferran Torres for 20 million. It can be done if you get the right players. He has a very good first touch as per his first goal, something that Sterling does not have. Yeah, it's fair enough. Why don't you rate Guardiola? Who doesn't rate Guardiola? Really, Real and Barca were in for him in the summer. Could have just gone to them then. Yeah, fair point. Torres isn't the striker to replace Serge, but definitely does the job in the meantime. Oh, God, no. Oh, I mean, I definitely won't be talking about Ferran Torres as a number 9 and replaces Sergio. Absolutely no chance. I think we need somebody better in that position. Saka, Arsenal Fan TV nuts have tweeted the standings. Yeah, maybe. Why don't you rate that? Why do you keep asking me why I don't rate Guardiola? I don't think you've obviously watched this channel. Must. I don't know. Hope Torres wins PFA Young Player of the Season. Oh, it's a long way off yet. Torres will be able to play on either wing and have 2 good feet, cross the ball really well. He does. What good players in our team could you see staying for 10 years to earn that statue? Oh, that's a tough question, mate. Let me repost that one because I'm just going to give Torres' score, which is an 8.5. And for me and for everyone else on here, I'm guessing, is man of the match last night, 8.5, which I think is the highest score we've given, well, I've given looking at your scores tonight for anyone. So looks like Torres gets man of the match performance for last night. I thought he was very, very good. Very, very good. Yeah, I agree with Simon Bajowski. He did drift off a little bit in the second half, but it is what it is. I see on Twitter fans getting giddy saying he's the next Surge. What? I guess that could tickle his ego a little. Not that he needs it, Bruno Covenant. Barking mad. If anyone thinks he's the next Sergio Aguero, they are barking bloody mad. No chance. No chance. He's not a striker for a start. He might make into a good utility striker, but he's no Sergio Aguero. No chance. Definitely man of the match. Blue Heart says Phil Foden should get a statue outside the academy now. Torres should be starting every game over Mahrez. I agree with that one. There's no debating it. Absolutely no debating it right now. Matt says doesn't get near. Yeah, I mean, come on. He's only a baby. 20 years of age. Let him knock in 20, 30 goals in a season. This season. And then we might be going, well, hold on a minute. We might have a Sergio on our hands. But until he does that, you can't even discuss it. He's done well so far for a young kid. And that's it. Right, last 3. Rodri, Jesus, Bernardo. I guess because I'm not going to do Bernardo. 82 minutes. I guess I'm gonna do both of them very quickly, obviously because one of them scored. What were your thoughts on Rodri last night? Because he came on 68 minutes, so we have to give him a score. Normally say 20 minutes. Anything less than 20 minutes, we don't score them unless they do something amazing. But he came on with 22 minutes to go, so we have to score him. Leonard gives Rodri an 8 on there. Electro gives Rodri a 7.5. While your scores coming in, Rodri brought some organisation back to the team, says Simon Bajowski, and gave him a 7. Gundo over Rodri. Interesting. Rodri a 7. Miggy 1 gives him an 8. Rodri, his reverse pass was just phenomenal. It was a brilliant reverse pass. Absolutely superb. Jack Lee gives him a 7. Rodri, nothing to do, 6.5, except for that reverse pass that set us up for Gabby's goal. It was an amazing. Anyway, if Messi did that, if Ronaldo did that, if, somebody else top of world football did that, people would be going, oh. If Bruno Fernandes did that, the United fans would be creaming the kecks. They'd be, look at that. It was a wonderful pass, an absolutely wonderful pass, albeit he only had 22 minutes on the pitch. Rodri 7 is our Sergio Busquets. But would you want to start Gabby after coming back from injury recently? That's a good point. Spot on from Simon. He did organise us well. Oh, Martin's back. Stephen, did you see the reverse pass? It was phenomenal. I like the way Rodri passes, but he needs to improve defensively. Yeah, it's fair enough. 7 p.m. FIFA tomorrow. Yeah, I've told him, Martin. Hey, Martin, says Dupe. Blue Heart, I thought Rodri was 7 is class act for me, and the more time he gets, the better he'll be, in my humble opinion. I'm with you, totally with you, Blue Heart. I've always said I like Rodri. He needed that season last season because it takes to play in this City system. It's a difficult, playing that CDM role is a very, very difficult position to play when you're on your own. Then you've got Gundogan next to him and trying to work out who's doing what. It's difficult, very hard. I think Rodri's going to be a great player for us. I really do. Score prediction for Sunday. Not doing that tonight because I'll be stepping on toes of other videos that are up and coming. So we're not doing score predictions for Sunday. You'll have to watch the pre-match videos that are coming up with Martin and everything else. Maybe we might have a bit of a discussion tomorrow night on the Friday Night Social about scores and team lineups and things like that for Sunday. So tune in tomorrow night. Let's just see. Everyone seems to like Rodri. Rodri gets a 7. Thought it was good. Right, last one. And then I've got to go. Gabby Jesus. What were your thoughts on Gabby's goal? Wow. I honestly thought he'd missed it and he'd hit the back stanchion netting or something like that. And it was like he was reeling away and thinking, bloody hell, has that gone in? It was a fantastic strike. Absolutely fantastic strike. So, what did he say? Jesus, an excellent goal to announce his return, a 7 from Simon Pajowski. So, Leonard says 8.5, brilliant goal. Jesus, brilliant goal, 7. Brian came in, good job, a great goal, an 8. What a finish. Yeah, that's what I said last night. We both said it. No problem. Oh, sorry, big jump there. Charlie Everett, how are you, mate? Reminded me of the Aguero goal. Yeah, it did. Yeah, the one where he smacked it in, maybe from the opposite side. But yeah, definitely virtually the same. 8 for Gabby. Jesus looks like he's gone from a boy to a man, got in fire in his belly and making up for lost time. Superb. 8 for me. That is the one thing I said on, sorry, I keep saying last night, with the last vlog I did, which was after the game on Tuesday night. He looked fired up. He looked like he was frustrated that he's had to miss out. He's had to miss out on not starting, especially with Sergio being out. And this is the thing. How many times over the last few years has, he's trying to get his place when he's fit, and yet Sergio's fit and banging in goals, and he can't get his place back. And then, this season, Sergio's been out since the summer, and he's known that, then gets injured, and the start of the season, he must be thinking, oh, fuck, this is my time. I could be the number one striker every game. And that's the way he played last night. He came on with this fire, this, I'm going to do it. And don't be surprised this season if Gabby, for me, gets more goals than Sergio this season. Because he's got a massive point to prove, especially if Sergio is still going to be a few weeks away and we don't know what he's going to be like when he comes back. I'm not saying Gabby's better than Sergio before you say it. But don't be surprised if Gabby has a season of his life this year. 8 for Gabby on real goal, maybe a start for Sunday. I'd start him. I would start him. If Sergio's coming back in a couple of weeks' time, it's a risk, but I'd still start him. You still want a proper striker, somebody who's going to battle, hungry, runs his socks off, harasses there, especially without Van Dijk and Fabinho, harasses their centre-backs, runs all over the place, chases things down. He's your perfect striker for that, more than Sergio. So for me, he starts. He's fit, he starts. 8, solid finish. Jesus, a rising star, so underrated, great strike. An 8. Loved the way he took his goal and look in his face. 7 again from that angle. 7.5. The goal was something special. It was brilliant, brilliant finish. Dupe said Jesus 8.5 made a phenomenal run. Could have got a hat trick before because of his movement. What a finish from him. Gabby 7.5 score reminded me of Sergio slam past the gay. Somebody's just said that. 8 plus, phenomenal goal. I thought it missed, so did the soundboard controller. It did. I thought he'd missed as well. 9, Gabby. He's back, baby, says Niraj. Obviously a Gabby fan. Guardiola press conference tomorrow. Wonder if he'll confirm if Guerrero's back. I don't think Sergio's going to come back. I thought he might have been on the bench, but I'm thinking now Gabby's had some time in his legs. I don't know whether Pep will risk him. I think Pep might wait until after the international break and just think, well, we've got Gabby back. That's something. Let's not risk Sergio. Let's hope he carries that aggressivity into Sunday. Let's hope so. I thought it went through a hole in the net. Varane left, Gabby up front, Raz on the right. Come on, that's for me, Electro. That'd be my front three. definitely. Did I miss anything? Glad you could finally make it. Jesus against the makeshift Liverpool defence will be interesting. He'll be all over them. You miss most things, don't you, Chris? There you go. Yeah, but not you. Oh, boom. Chris, you missed everything. There you go. Right, guys, this is Andy from Man City Fan TV. That's the player ratings. Thank you so much for coming on, taking the time, and giving us your comments. Like I said, it was going to be a quick one. I did say to my wife, no, I didn't say it was going to be a quick one before you start laughing. I just said, I need to do this quick video. And I've got the sleepy boy next to me. But thank you for coming on. Sending up well over an hour, as usual. But plenty more to come on Man City Fan TV. Tomorrow night, the Friday Night Social is back. And there'll be lots of, as it normally is, heated debate, discussion, disagreement, which is what it's all about. So come and join us. It'll be somewhere between 9 and 10 o'clock thereabouts. But if you are a subscriber and you have clicked the bell icon and made sure that your settings are in public, not private, it's dead simple to do. Just go over to your settings and make sure you change it to public, not private. That way you'll get a ding soon as the intro video goes live. You'll be notified straight away when it comes on there. But don't forget, keep subscribing, whatever you do. We've got tons of brilliant videos and stuff coming on. We've got stuff tomorrow night with Friday Night Social. We've got Saturday, we've got previews for the Liverpool game. We've got Sunday live watch along. And also, there is no empty seat show. Is there a watch along? Can't remember. I'm sure there might be. But there is no empty seat show this weekend, this Sunday, because there's all the post-match stuff to do for the Liverpool game. But that will be back, and we've got a great guest on there for the following week. So that'll be back on a week on Sunday. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 7 p.m, check out Martin. He's doing quite well. He's surprising me, even though it's on easy settings. He's doing really well. I think that he said to me last night it was 4 wins out. He had 4 wins last Friday. Let's see what he does tomorrow night. And then join us for the Friday Night Social. Martin will be back at the weekend, taking over for Saturday, Sunday. And just keep following us. Keep giving us a thumbs up. Whatever you do, keep subscribing. If you know friends who would like to come on and join us for discussions and things like that, please tell them about it. And also, yeah, Martin's just said there, yes, there is a watch along. There you go. So there is a watch along for the Liverpool game. Thanks, Andy. Great stream as per. Nice to interact instead of watch quietly. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Appreciate all your comments, because the more people get involved, the more interesting it is, the more discussions we have, which is great. Dupe says, Martin, you're on beginner mode. Max says you're on easy settings. You might as well play against Cones. Is Martin playing on beginner level on FIFA? Yeah, by all accounts. I don't know. I'm on Friday Night Social as well. Oh, there you go. He's at Martin's on. There you go. So you can take the Mickey out of him. Martin exposed on easy settings. There you go. Bye, Andy. Really entertaining. Thank you, Dupe. You guys are the ones that make it entertaining. I just read out your comments. Cheers, Andy, says Max. You're welcome, buddy. How's Stanley settling in? He's fast asleep. Well, is he? Yeah. I don't know whether I can show you him. You can go back to sleep, my big boy. A little tiger. There you go. He's fast asleep. He'll go straight back. Still the best City channel on YouTube, by the way. Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate it. World class and was proved. Would still beat you. Martin, world class. World class, my ass. There you go. He's a handsome devil. He is a very cute boy. And he's very good. He really is good. So it's great having him. Andy Blue Moon, hi Andy, hope family is safe and well. Stanley, thank you very much, mate. And thank you for your email. Hope you're well. And as you know, we're always here on Man City Fan TV. All you have to do is send us an email. And if you want to chat in the next 4 weeks, or, anything like Chris says last night, you know, it's it's going to be another 4 weeks of lockdown, but stay positive, and we're here. Has he took you for a walk yet? He hasn't, yeah, but I'm sure he will do. Just send us an email. We're always at the end of an email. Might not always reply immediately, but as soon as we get them, I'm here for the next 4 weeks, so I can't go anywhere until I go. Luckily, wasn't in Vienna on Monday night when I should have been after that, when that terror attack was going on. I should have been in Vienna. But I am going back to Vienna in December now, so it's rearranged. But I'm here for 4 weeks. So apart from this little one, this little tiger keeping me occupied, I'm going to be here. So if you're struggling, if you really are struggling, because I know some people do struggle, not everybody does, but if you do struggle and through these times and you just want to chat about football or anything like that, get in contact with us at mcfcfantv, and I've put the email up there, mcfcfantv@gmail.com, and if we'll get back to you, and we'll get back to you and chat to you, or whatever it is that you want to do. If it's a phone call, you need our mobiles or whatever, we'll give you the mobiles, and if you want to chat, you're more than welcome to. Because I know it's tough for some people, and that's fine, because we are fans of Man City, and we are here for you guys. So at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. But anyway, take care. Been on long enough. Thank you, everybody, for coming on. And Mark the Blue, you're a bit late. I'm going. Hi, Andy and Blues. City till I die. Thank you for coming on, even if it was at the end. Don't give Marty your number, whatever you do. You'll have about 800 phone calls a day. But he's even giving out. Yes, what was that? Yes, please email it if I need to talk. Thank you. No, you're welcome, mate. It's not a problem. So I hope you got my reply yesterday. So like I said, just send us an email, and we're here for you. And that's all it is to it. So anyway, hang on. I charge £1.50 a minute. See, it always comes down to money with him, doesn't it? Everything is about that with him. He's obsessed with it. But anyway, take care. Have a wonderful evening. We'll be back tomorrow. Don't forget, join Martin at 7 p.m. for FIFA on easy level. And I'll be then back probably with Martin and Chris and a few other guests tomorrow night for the first Friday night social of this lockdown. So it should be entertaining. There might be a few bits of choice language and things along the way, but it'll all be debatable, and you can come and join us. And don't forget, Saturday and Sunday, Martin will be back for Sunday with a live watch along. There is no empty seat show this weekend, so don't forget. But anyway, take care, have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.